everyone, I'm Delane Cleveland. Here is a few of the stories making news today. In this ever-evolving world,
these buildings are aging and need some reinvestment.
Change in some form or fashion is inevitable.
I think there's a lot of excitement about seeing our downtown become more of a gathering place for people to come, shop, eat.
Golden Valley's downtown, defined as the area near Winnetka Avenue and Golden Valley Road, already has plenty of amenities.
I love the layout of restaurants and hardware shop and some of the other things that are available to us here in the downtown area.
Well, I love the area. We live close by and we have no other reason to go elsewhere.
But as time passes, the hope and expectation of convenience can leave people wanting more.
There is a Starbucks across the way. If they could bring in a Caribou in here, that would be about perfect for me.
I think a grocery store in this specific region would be helpful.
While city officials aren't making any promises about a Caribou, they are in the middle of a comprehensive study to transform downtown Golden Valley for the next several decades.
Just knowing what our comprehensive plan says and what the initial conversations around the downtown have been, we have developers who are waiting to see how that plan plays out.
Golden Valley recently hired a consultant who's putting together a document that lays out the city's vision.
So if in the future a redevelopment project happens or a developer comes along, we can point back to it and say this is the city's vision for this particular property or this area of downtown, and hopefully we'll see some of that change happen over the next 5 years.
Some areas of opportunity include redeveloping the site of a vacant Park Nicollet clinic and a nearby Wells Fargo that has more parking space than it needs.
It's a large facility. People don't use banks as they used to, so maybe they could condense.
Then there's the City Hall campus. Not only are the buildings aging, they're also spread out.
We could consolidate. Maybe some of this land could be turned over for residential or commercial use. We could sell that off and help finance some redevelopment.
Any major decisions, however, are further down the road. First, the city needs the framework document from the consultant, which should be finished by year's end.
Knock on wood, a year or two from now, we may be seeing some demolition and some rebuilding taking place.
In Golden Valley, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
The city of Brooklyn Park is looking more colorful these days because they have a new water tower design. The water tower located next to Birch Grove Elementary on Brookdale Drive used to be coated in just plain white. Now it has the city's updated logo. The green and blue waves are meant to be a play off of the thumbprint seen on the logo, while also acknowledging the Mississippi River. City staff say the water tower is one of the city's oldest utility assets. It was originally built in the 1960s.
Most of the effort was the cleaning and blasting of the old paint and the priming, which had to be done immediately so that the steel would not rust. So that work took over a year just to get the primer on. And then to paint the finish coats on actually only took a few weeks.
Watson said several community engagement meetings took place to select the most popular design for the tower. The project cost a total of $1.6 million. There are two other water towers in Brooklyn Park that Watson says will hopefully also get a facelift. Reporting in Brooklyn Park, Pafua Yang, CCX News.
There was a lot of food this morning over by the Civic Center. Somebody just dropped their food. Literally, it was leaning up against the garbage can. The state of the parks seems to have gotten worse over the years. Everybody's talking about fixing this, doing this, and no one's doing anything. All it is talk. I feel like I've done something, and it's really, to me, it's therapeutic to come out here and walk around and just pick stuff up and think and see the sunrises. I also wanted to look at all the parks in Brooklyn Center. I've lived here almost my entire life, but I haven't been to all of them. I thought this would be a good opportunity, a good thing to do, to just visit the parks. And once I looked around at them and saw how bad some were, I just felt like I had to do something. I get a lot of thanks from the people on Facebook, and that's really not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is to try to educate people and get people to see that it can be different if people take care of it. I go out once at 4:30 to 5 o'clock in the morning. Depends on how bad it is. This morning it was an hour and a half. Usually in the afternoons it's not as bad, it's just an hour. You know, do your part. If everybody did that, just took care of the stuff around them that they created, obviously this problem wouldn't be here.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.